Okay, we're back. Process. Now, I have a couple of rules when you're doing process. A process, you're describing how you do something, not how the reader should do it. There can't be a single you when you're writing process. Sometimes in technical writing, you can't even use I. But even a lot of technical journals now are allowing I rather than the third person. The researcher did. It was found. Usually you can use I, but you don't say you. First you do this and then you do that, and you, because that's sticking your finger right in the reader's face. And they just want to bite it off. It's don't tell me how to do something. It's now, if you've got a better way of doing it, you've got a really good way of doing it, there's your introduction. You explain in the introduction, which of course you've written after you've written the 3 body paragraphs. Your introduction is why this process is valuable and why it is that you have found the best way to do it. Now, again, if it were technical writing, you would list the materials necessary for the process. In less formal writing, you're not going to do that. You're going to introduce any materials that you need as you use them. And you explain why the materials you're using are the best ones for the job, and that you've tried others and that they haven't worked, and this is the best one. So say you were going to your process was how to detail a car, and you found that the best wax to use was turtle wax, because there's a lot of because in process writing. This is the next step, because. And this, again, obviously be in chronological order. You wouldn't give step number 3 first and step number 2 and mix. Your readers would really hate you for that. So with process, it's very careful. You very carefully list, but not as a list. It's written in sentence form. You include all the steps. And you should have 3 major steps, and then you can have minor steps. It depends on the size of what you're writing and how much room you have. But there should be 3 major steps and then minor steps and materials, and why you choose those materials. Now, as the introduction is going to tell the readers why this is important and how you know the best way to do it. Because otherwise, why would they bother to listen to you? You've got to sell the fact that you know the best way to do this. Your conclusion is going to be, again, what do you do with the results? If it's detailing your car, you drive it around, showing it off, trying to pick up chicks or whatever. So the introduction is what the process is and why you've got the secret. And the conclusion is what you do with the finished product. If it's something that you make, then you give away. But you do not use the word you. And you can't just leave it off and say first do this and then do that. If you leave it off, the I, it becomes you understood automatically. If I said, close the door, who am I talking to? I'm not talking to the door. It's you understood. If I say, visit Niagara Falls, it's not Niagara Falls that's got to visit something. It's you understood. So you can't just leave out the U's, you have to put in the I's. This is your process. You did it your way for your reasons. And so you want a lot of becauses in there. I always use turtle wax because I found it the best. I tried another brand, but it didn't leave the car as shiny, just as an example. All right? So with process, your introduction is why you have the best way of doing it and why it's important. And your conclusion is what you do with that finished product. And again, it's all to pass information along to communicate something to your readers. And so you want to communicate it in as clearly and concisely and correctly as you possibly can, because that gets the idea across. And that, after all, is the purpose of writing. See you next time.